This book is amazing. And by the way, fellas, lots of pictures of naked women over 50. Do you mind my saying that?
Actually, she's pretty hot for a 50-something-year-old woman.
She sure is. Where'd you get her?
Well, this is the book is published in the States, so they hired this couple.
Are they an actual couple?
What they are friends with benefits.
Ooh,
Because he got in touch with me to let me know who he was and what have you, and so I asked him all kinds of questions about what how he got there.
Here's myth number 5: the quality of sex declines as we age.
Studies show that's not the case. It's maybe the quantity does decrease some, but the quality remains the same or gets better because people report that they have kind of all through body orgasms or feelings. Like it's not just generally focused anymore.
Right.
It starts to be a more intense in different ways.
Yeah.
Right.
And in different areas of the body, like you said. And more of an overall experience than it was prior to.
There you go.
And the same holds true for men because the more accomplished a man becomes and the longer he can hold off on his arrival, the better his is when it finally happens too, correct?
Yes and no. I mean, that's not the be all and end all. It doesn't. What happens as we age is men don't need to ejaculate as often because they're not producing as much sperm. So their need to do that it's not always there. You can have, sex regularly, but not ejaculate every time. And that's okay. And it could still feel just as good.
I have faked it on occasion. I don't want to hurt anybody.
That's why people fake it. They don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Right. All right. This is a great book. It's called The Sex Bible for People Over 50, The Complete Guide to Sexual Love for Mature Couples. How long have you been married?
20 years.
Okay. So do you and your husband still have sex? Well, what's the matter? I turned the tables. You don't like it?
Yes, we do. But that's it. Don't ask me questions. Let's talk about the book.
Yet you want people to phone and tell you their most intimate secrets.
Listen,
that's what we're going to do.
That's what I do every night. I answer questions.
Okay. By the way, don't forget, too, last-minute gift guide. Text GIFT, G-I-F-T, to 71010, and I'll pick from all the texts at the end of the show, and you could win a Cube Advanced Water Filtration System by Connecticut. Now, the last half of the show, for about 20 minutes, we're going to take calls for Dr. Laurie Betito, the sex expert and writer of Sex Bible for People Over 50, 416-872-1010, Star Talk 8255. So start calling now. And then the last segment of the show, I'm going to talk to Laurie about BDSM. Is there such a thing as acceptable BDSM, given what we've seen of late, especially the past month in the Ghomeshi affair? Certainly. When we return, start calling. You can use fake names. After all, you faked a lot of other things. Why not fake your name? And Laurie will answer your questions. Just don't ask her anything about her marriage. Hey, we gotta play that song that got us into trouble once before the end of the show while Laurie's here. Because we can play that song while Laurie's here. Remember that song? You'll love this song. Yeah? This is the greatest sex song ever. It's the greatest song to play while you're having sex.
Okay.
I'm not
just saying.
I'm more of a layman when it comes to this conversation, but that's my opinion.
An experienced layman.
Yeah. By the way, the Sex Bible is available in chapters in Indigo. It's a complete guide to sexual love for mature couples, and it makes a great stocking stuffer. Come on, Laurie. Come on.
Oh, God. You're going to use every opportunity, aren't you?
This is the greatest thing that's happened to me in 3.5 years here. Call us, 416-872-1010, Star Talk 8255. Dr. Laurie Betito will be a lot more mature about this than I am, and I'll let her do all the talk. All right? All right? And if you call in and say that you have erectile dysfunction, Laurie will give you a medical solution. I, of course, will tell you to use my penis. All right, we've got Dr. Laurie Betito here. She's a PhD, therapist, clinical psychologist, you name it, she does it all. She wrote the Sex Bible for People Over 50, and we are taking your questions. 416-872-1010, Star Talk 8255. I don't care if you change your name. Please feel free to do so. Gary?
Yes.
Go ahead, Gary.
It's about time. I've been waiting a long time to do this.
Well, Jerry.
Anyway,
Hey, Gary, we could have taken you prematurely.
Hey, oh, good one. Nice pun. Hello, Dr. Laurie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Well, I mean, I'm good and I'm not good.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm over 50, and I do suffer with erectile dysfunction.
Okay.
Now, I've tried the big blue pill,
Yeah.
and I've tried Cialis, and it's kind of like a wimpy work, right? It doesn't work like I don't think it works properly. I'm wondering if there's something else.
Well, there's many options, but first of all, what is the cause of the erectile dysfunction? Do you know?
I don't know really what the cause is.
You should be looking. First of all, I just caution men who start experiencing erectile dysfunction to go to their doctors and check their blood pressure, their cholesterol, all of that, because it could indicate a blockage in some other part of your body. So it's a precursor to other things. So
Like a heart attack
exactly.
or something?
So you want to really look at that and look for the underlying cause.
Right.
That's the first thing. And then go ahead.
I am diabetic, type 2.
Ah, okay. There you go.
And I take 2 different pills for that.
Right.
And also I take Lipitor for cholesterol.
Okay.
Now, according to the doctor, I'm within... I'm okay. Like, my sugar's not out of whack.
Okay.
And my cholesterol...
You know what, Gary? We're going to answer that question after traffic. Can you hang on? Poor choice of words.
I've heard people say that...
That's not the song that got us in trouble. Remember that one? We're going to play that toward the end for Laurie. She's going to love that. Dr. Laurie Betito is here. She's the author of the Sex Bible for People Over 50, Complete Guide to Sexual Love for Mature Couples. We were answering Gary's questions about erectile dysfunction. Go ahead, Gary. You had another question?
Well, no, I'm just wondering, the only thing I'm wondering is, I mean, I've been on a search trying to figure out why this is going on.
Right.
But could it be anything to do with the meds that I take for
Yes,
diabetes?
it has everything to do with your diabetes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it has everything to do with your diabetes. So what you need to, if the Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra didn't work, which are the oral medications.
Yeah, they kind of worked part-time.
Right, and this is why often diabetic men will opt for other options, which there are. There's one called Muse, which is a pellet that's inserted into the urethra, which men tolerate this quite well, and you put it in there, and then your penis will the blood will just flow there. You don't need your brain for that. In other words, with Viagra, you need to stimulate it. With this, you won't.
If you don't have erectile dysfunction, then you put that thing in there.
No, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
And then there's also the injectable. You can inject the penis. I know a lot of guys are squeamish about that, but if you're not, that's an option too. And then there's also a permanent option, which would be surgical, and that would be inserting rods in your penis.
Wow.
That you can inflate, and that's one of the most...
Not guys named rods.
I don't think we're going to go that far.
Okay, but you have options. So I would recommend that you see a urologist and discuss those options with the urologist. And actually, that's all covered in my book, too. The reason I wrote the book...
It's all in the book, all of it.
All of it's in the book, because these are things that are very common.
There's great pictures in the book, too, Gary. Gary, there's great pictures of a nude 50-year-old woman.
I'm liking it.
All right, Gary.
Wait a minute, before you go.
Yeah.
So what was the name of the one that you insert into your urethra?
It's called Muse. M-U-S-E.
M-U-S-E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muse. All right?
Is it a prescription?
Yes, prescription.
It's a prescription, Gary, so you got to
and
go to the doctor.
Don't buy anything on the internet, please.
Yeah,
No, I'm not an international.
Now, somebody texted in about that. We'll keep Gary on here for this. These enhancements that lengthen your penis.
BS. First of all, there's no such any medication that will make
throw my pump away.
Please, that will grow your penis. That will
Nothing,
make it bigger,
pump thing?
longer. No, but that just pumps blood into the penis. It's not going to change the size of it. It's just going to make it harder. That's another option you have, by the way, is the pump, the penis pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is also something that, and then you put a penis ring. You pump up the penis with blood, and then you put a penis ring at the base of your penis. It traps the blood.
How do you do all this without being seen by her?
Well,
wow.
That's an issue.
Hopefully, he's having better communication with his partner.
Make sure the room's really dark, Gary. Really dark.
I would just say, excuse me for a minute. I got to go away. Right?
Well, you do it in the bathroom and come out, and there you go.
I have to go powder my nose.
Yeah.
Bye, Gary.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Gave
no
Gary
problem.
a lot of time there. That was good.